How's it going, everybody? Tim here, the Greyhound Guru, back with another Greyhound bus video. And today I want to talk about the bathrooms on the Greyhound buses as well as at the Greyhound bus stations. Now, the bathrooms on the Greyhound buses are the ones that people have the most questions about. And what I usually tell people is to just imagine a porta potty in the back of the bus. Uh, Federal law says that buses, Greyhound buses, have to have bathrooms, and so like most other bus companies, they went and put in the most basic bathroom uh, they could. And so it's basically just like I said, a porta potty back of the bus. You walk in, there's a toilet. That's really about it. I think some of the buses may have a paper towel dispenser or something like that, but that's pretty much all you get. It's just there's a box and then there's a toilet seat on it, and there's in the bottom of it is that little blue kind of porta potty toilet liquid, and you do your business and you get out and go. Um, I will say that not the most clean places, just because you have to realize that most people who are using these bathrooms are using it while the bus is in motion. And so I know for me sometimes, even trying my hardest to, not to get too graphic here, but to, trying my hardest to, get everything in the toilet. Uh, you're moving around, the bus hits the bumps, and stuff goes places. So I mean, for a guy going in there, just doing a number one, really not a problem. For anybody who's going in there thinking about doing a number two, for women who have to sit down, um, don't really recommend it because you don't really know, what was going on in there before you and just how clean it's going to be. Even though they do at the stations regularly, every so often get people off the bus. They take the buses around, they clean them, they clean the bathrooms thoroughly. It's just the bus is in motion. When people use it, things happen, stuff gets all over the bathroom. So I usually try to resist the urge to use the bathrooms on the bus at all possible. I use the bathrooms at the stations, or when we stop at like a gas station, convenience store, or fast food restaurant. I try to use the bathrooms there, just because, like I said, A, not always the cleanest, and B, I kind of don't really like being away from my seat and my carry-on bag either. Typically, nothing's really going to probably happen to your bag, but for safety reasons, I try to time it. Where definitely, if I feel like I'm going to have to do like a number two, I do it somewhere else. And also, just in general, I try not to use the bathrooms on the bus. Um, Now, the bathrooms at the Greyhound bus stations, I will say these are full bathrooms. They usually have like four stalls in them, pretty big, nice mirrors in them, three or four sinks in them. They're usually all a decent size. I will say Greyhound does a fairly good job of keeping them clean. I think a lot of it kind of just depends on the station. Like some people will be like, oh, the bathroom's always dirty. But if they're going to the same station and maybe just the janitor at that station sucks, you know, maybe that's why they think all Greyhound bathrooms are dirty. But, from my experience, most of them have been pretty clean. Um, I have ran into some that were, as I mentioned in other videos, disgusting. But like I said, kind of depends on the station. But I feel like for the most part, Greyhound does a good job of, keeping the bathrooms clean. Though you will run into a few that there's toilet paper everywhere and the toilets don't flush and things like that. But typically the outside area, where the sinks are and the mirrors, pretty clean. It's a good place to do some washing up, brush your teeth, comb your hair, stuff like that. And most of them pretty safe. I mentioned in some of my tip videos to watch out if you're at a pretty sketch station, and it just seems like there's a lot of weirdness going on in the bathroom. Stay away. I remember I was at the Greyhound station in Tampa one time, and it was pretty obvious that people weren't going in there to use the bathroom because the same people kept going in, and also whenever the same people would go in, someone else would come in right behind them, and then one person would leave, and the other person would leave right behind them. So it's pretty obvious they was selling something or dealing something in the bathroom, and so I kind of waited until the activity had died down. I guess business hours were over, and then I went in there and used it. But like I said, just be careful. Um, And I always recommend take your luggage in there with you. Use the stall, bring your luggage in there with you, in the stall with you, just to be safe. But for the most part, like I said, the Greyhound station bathroom's pretty clean. 4 or 5 stalls. You shouldn't have to wait in line. Fellas, I have seen sometimes a women's restroom back up a couple occasions, but typically the men's room, there's no line. You go right in, use it. Not a problem. But yeah, just wanted to make this real quick video. Just talk about the bathrooms. There are bathrooms. Might not want to use the one on the bus. Be careful at the one at the station. But if you have an emergency and you have to go, there definitely are bathrooms for you to go in. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope this video was helpful. As always, if you have any Greyhound bus questions, leave them in the comment box or send me a message on YouTube, and I will answer them for you, either in the comments, or I might do a video about it. And please subscribe if you are interested in Greyhound and want more answers. I'm also going to start trying to do different types of videos. Maybe get into like the history of Greyhound, do some videos of some Greyhound stations, things like that, and really give the all-around picture of Greyhound that I feel the Greyhound guru should do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Talk to y'all later.